It's June 24th, 2022, and I'm just discovering at the end of this Westworld, they call the main component of these theoretical robots, um, they call it the Pearl, which again, girl with the pearl earring in painted portraits of memorabilia that were incarnated and then brought back for specificity. Goes by the same name with Pearl. I find it absolutely frightening, some of the details, paradox. I mean, again, since the ancient texts of Rome and the ancient texts of the Greeks and the Viking sagas and epics have been kept from my ability to acquire such knowledge. I don't even know if there's ancient Egyptian stories that are pertinent at this point. But they don't exist in this world. They have not allowed me to learn. I had an uncle, Neri, Neri. Anthony was talking this morning or this afternoon. He mentioned something about Nero. And again, we're not the same. We're not even close to being alike, he and I.
Acts into the outside world and uses the robot that she finds there with the surveillance cameras to try to grab her pearl, her control unit, and run with it.
Her pearl, her control unit. Now, when I got hurt, I don't know when this came out. It says 2020. I got hurt sometime around Trump's election. I don't know what was happening around the world, but there was a definite some form of system override. I was 36 years old. System got torn down, and in a space between here and there where no visual cortex exists and you're just with the person in whatever that is without a name. I had a very happy reunion with one person and one witness. And then I woke up after a lot of whatever, weird, formatted, whatever. I got thrown back into some relationship with Tia Frail. Things I didn't want. Things I never wanted. Things I spoke of before at other events, let's call them at UFO.
Freedom.
A new thing for us this season is performance capture. We have a small mocap suit that records the motion of what the actor does.
They also mention they were thinking of filming two separate locations. They were looking at Italy and they were looking at Spain. And they went with Italy. So that's where this scene takes place. I'm not surprised for keeping within scope. But there's other things that they say that just is in line with stuff I already know to be so. I need my hand to hold, and I don't have that. And I don't want the front story to get the back up confused with what needs to be done because somebody thinks that in this reality, a marriage certificate actually means whatever it means in someone else's reality. because it does not. I assure you. Here's a piece about them mentioning the game.
This game is a replica of our world, but it has limited processing power.
What happens if you add more complexity?
Let's find out, shall we?
It's a computer program, essentially. If you open too many processes, your computer will sort of freeze. And Maeve tries to tax this system, this world, in the same way.
Wait, what?
Fuck.
I'm pretty sure that that was a conversation that led into World of Hurt. I was 36 then. I'm 43 now. There's been nothing done for my benefit in the sense of whatever I needed as far as paying off a mortgage and securing the children so they could continue without having to worry about whatever was going on never happened. In fact, everything got done so wrong. But I have a feeling it's some fight between two families that don't matter. Never did between 1975 and 1976. I have a 1968 that's important. I have a 1977 and a 1979 and a 1983 that I'm aware of. In one person per year that's actually shown up. So you show up and you show me that you actually care about me, you become important. And they also happen to look now this character is interesting. I don't know if this is this Felix character I put in my phone as Felix the cat because he arrived out of nowhere to confirm some of the at-home problems trying to commit me to an insane asylum. And Felix shows up. Some guy, James, showed up also. He was young, though, and he was over 6 foot. They were my two witnesses while I was in there, just keeping me company and away from, like, there was some really, like, crazy messed up people in there. But luckily, I mean, having to spend time locked in, there was at least like 2 sane people to speak to.
From Stubbs, that's all him.
We understood from last season that he is a host, but Bernard doesn't know that. So Bernard discovers him pretty much dead.
Bernard, there's a crossover again. I don't know how they painted the character, but there was a field cat, which not like a Cattaruzza, but there was someone by the name of Felix. I had to give him a ride somewhere to some doctor for a check-in, and then I had to take him back to the train station and wherever his life was taking him. But important details.
And he comes to.
You're one of them.
And the way he comes to and the choices he made
Of us, I mean.
were spectacular.
No shit. And what we discovered.
Now this commentary is interesting.
She has no clue about why she's there. Maeve is inside a mystery that she has to figure out.
Maeve is used to waking up in different worlds and digging under the apparent reality to find the truth of those worlds. But in this episode, she's going to have to dig a little bit harder.
Maeve is reunited with Lee Sizemore.
I saw you die.
Did you?
He says he got healed and takes her to the forge. He starts asking strange questions.
She never gave you the coordinates?
She realizes that he isn't a human. He is something else.
Then walls start to vibrate and The system is kind of overriding itself a little bit, at which point our film frame goes from spherical to anamorphic, which is the...
Now, these words, I don't know if I'll be able to remember and carry forward, but I find in the moment them absolutely fascinating.
aspect ratio.
All of it is.
Because that is the language we used in season 2 to depict simulation.
And I've had it where I've been with humans that have all of a sudden malfunctioned. Like they were totally fine, and then they started, like, I don't know, human medicine, maybe stroke out, maybe glitch. I mean, I call it a glitch because then they fully recover. But again, there's different parts of the machine during the day where I've lost eyesight, it comes back. I've gotten like incredibly dizzy. I have trouble holding thought sometimes, depending on who's around and what they bring into this whatever, in the whatever that I can't explain.
We're not here. So where the fuck are we?
It's Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. There's a word they use in English. It's called the pre and then tender. Tender's also been used as a currency. So I've heard. It's Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way Universe. Galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.